If people mailed invoices for every bad financial decision made just to impress strangers, half the population would be making monthly payments on things they don't even like. A car they can't afford, clothes they never wanted, a phone upgrade that changed absolutely nothing because except the number in the settings menu. The cost of impressing people isn't just money, it's time, it's stress, freedom, and eventually identity. Because the weird part isn't that people try to impress others, and humans have alone done that. And the dangerous part is when impressing people becomes the main goal instead of a side effect of building a good life. And think about how many decisions get made every day with an invisible audience in mind. Someone buys the expensive trim package instead of the reliable one because they imagine reactions. And someone goes into debt for a wedding because they want people posting comments about how incredible it looks. And someone rents an apartment that destroys their budget because they want guests to say, wow. The purchase happens once and the payment shows up every month, and most people never sit down and ask a brutally simple question. Would I still want this if nobody could see it? And that question destroys a shocking amount of consumer behavior because status spending is emotional spending dressed up as illogical. People say things like, I earned it, or you only live once, or I deserve nice things. And sometimes that's true. Enjoying money isn't bad, but the problem starts when your enjoyment depends on someone else's noticing. You're not buying the object anymore, you're renting approval. And approval is one of the most expensive subscriptions on earth because the renewal date is every single day. Social comparison has always existed, but modern life turned it into a full-time occupation. Thousands of photos, highlight reels, flex culture, and everybody accidentally becoming a marketing department for their own life. You see vacation, watches, remodeled kitchens, giant home theaters, and suddenly your normal life starts feeling small, even if it was perfectly fine 5 minutes ago. Comparison doesn't care about facts. It changes the standard every time you catch up. Get the car, and suddenly somebody has a newer one, and upgrade the house, and suddenly somebody has a pool. Build the pool, and suddenly somebody bought land. There's no finish line because status games are designed to move, and moving targets are impossible to hit. And one of the strangest financial traps is that everybody often buys expensive things for people who don't care nearly as much as they imagine. Think about the last time someone showed off a purchase. Maybe you noticed for 10 seconds and moved on with your life. And meanwhile, that person might spend years paying for that moment. Human beings dramatically overestimate how much other people think about them. Everybody is mostly think about themselves, which sounds depressing until you realize it's freedom. And that means fewer people are judging your shoes, your car, your phone, and your furniture than you think. The pressure is often self created. There's also a hidden opportunity cost nobody talks about. Every dollar spent chasing appearance is a dollar that can't buy options. And options are underrated wealth. Being able to quit a bad job, being able to move, being able to take a risk, being able to sleep without checking your bank account. Freedom doesn't look impressive in pictures. And nobody posts a screenshot of 6 months of emergency saving and gets flooded with fire emojis. But practical financial decisions quietly create lives that flashy decisions can't. And the funny thing is, real wealth often looks boring. Reliable cars, paid off stuff, moderate houses, people who don't need to prove anything because they stop performing, and success and start building it. Meanwhile, fake wealth usually looks loud and maximum monthly payments, minimum cash, endless upgrades, and stress hidden behind every confidence. One of the most useful mindset shifts is learning the difference between luxury and signaling. Luxury means something genuinely improves your experience, and signaling means the value comes from being seen. The expensive headphones you use every day and love, fine. Buying luxury items mostly so strangers think differently about you, dangerous. The same item, completely different reasons, and the intention matters more than the price tag. And there's another cost nobody sees immediately, the identity drift. When you constantly optimize your choices for external validation, eventually you stop knowing what you actually like. Your taste becomes outsourced. You order what looks expensive instead of what tastes good. So you buy what trends say matters instead of what fits your life. Your goals become reactions instead of decisions. And that's how people wake up one day surrounded by expensive stuff and realize there's not even happy with it. So how do you know if you're impressing people or genuinely improve your life? Ask a few uncomfortable questions. Nobody knew I own this, okay? Would I still buy it? Would I pay this much if social media disappeared tomorrow? Is this making my life better or my image better? Am I buying convenience, quality, and enjoyment, or am I buying a story to tell? Those questions cut through the marketing faster than almost anything. And none of this means live like a monk or never enjoy your money. Buy nice things if you love them and celebrate the milestones. Upgrade your life. Just make sure the audience isn't controlling the script because impressing people is weirdly addictive. Every win creates pressure for the next win. A bigger purchase, better vacation, nicer upgrade, more attention. But living for attention means your satisfaction gets outsourced to people who aren't paying your bills. And eventually that gets exhausting. The people who seek calm around money usually discover something simple. Nobody remembers your purchases as long as you do. Most people move on instantly, but your savings account remembers. Your debt remembers, your stress levels remembers, and your future remembers. And after years later, nobody's handing out trophies for looking rich in 2026. But you might thank yourself for choosing peace over performance because the cost of impressing people isn't measured at the checkout. It's measured in everything you give up to keep doing it. Build a life that feels impressive to live, not one that only looks expensive from the outside. Thanks for watching today's video. If you found value in today's video, please subscribe. We're here every day, almost every day. I'd love to see a subscription from you because I want to see you on the next one. And without that, I can't grow here on YouTube. So I'd appreciate that subscription a lot. It means a lot to me. Every morning I check my phone, and when I see it, it makes me happy. Every one of them does. So thanks for doing that. And we'll catch you guys on the next one tomorrow.